Hi everyone, this is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and it is New Technique Wednesday, number 19. Say hello when you come on. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me where you're from. Give me a little sprinkle and a little love. And we are going to have some fun today. So, I am addicted to something new that I have just learned about and I have tried for the first time, and that is gold leafing. Have you ever tried gold leafing before? Hey, Miss Lynn and Miss Glenda and Miss Pat from Tennessee and New York, and Carrie is from Louisiana, and Karen. Hello, Miss Karen, tribe sister, and Miss Cheryl. So glad y'all are here today. I have a fly in here, so if y'all see me doing this, y'all know why. Can you hear me okay? Yes, I am dressed like it's winter because it was 39 degrees here this morning. Can you believe that? We are having a nice, beautiful fall day. It's in the 50s. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I am dressed like it's winter. It's not going to be long. Look, the first year that we moved here, which is 2 years ago, we moved in the house on September 16th, 2 years, September 16th, and we had snow the next week. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we have something like that coming up pretty soon. Hey, Melanie. Yay, you started using gold leaf yesterday. So this is how I got introduced to it. My son's fiance, a lot of her wedding decorations are gold. And I made some gold leaf signs for her, like signs that say, gift cards and gifts, all of those little signs that you put at a wedding and stuff. And like her bridal brunch, her bridal shower and all. Like I made her signs for all of that. And she wanted gold. And I was like, okay. The gold paint just wasn't doing it. The gold acrylic paint was just not popping enough for what she wanted. So she did some research for me and she sent me a couple of videos and she said, maybe you can use the gold leaf, So I said, okay, well, I'll look at it. And so we practiced for a couple of weeks. And then I started making her gold leaf signs. And so the way that we're making them, I don't have any here because I shipped them off to her already for her bridal shower. But it's on an acrylic sheet, like it looks like glass. And the back of it is gold leaf. And the front of it is white, like calligraphy that I've done. So it's really, really pretty. So anyway, that's how I got attracted to it. I am not a bling person. My house does not have any fancy glittery stuff. I'm very rustic. I'm very matte finish, all of that stuff. However, this stuff is beautiful. And I know that a lot of people use or like that bling. So I figured just because I don't have it in my house doesn't mean that I don't have to learn how to use it and make it a part of my art. Okay, so that's where all of this comes from. So what I'm going to do today is I showed you a picture. I am going to try it. Now, I've never done this before. I like to just play around with y'all. I have this painting. This is like a vintage style ornament. It's a painting of an ornament. It's not an ornament, but it's a painting of an ornament. Now, you can use it as an ornament on your tree if you want because of the size that I'm going to paint it on. But instead of doing the red, where you see the red in this photo, I am actually going to do gold leaf instead. Okay? So anywhere you see the red, I'm changing it to be gold. And I might change this background to be red. Instead of that blue, the blue ornament, I might change the blue ornament to be red. Okay, so we're going to use that as our as our product that we're going to create here. So the first thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to start with just creating a really quick background. Okay. I want it to dry really fast. I have my little, you know, my hair dryer just in case I have to dry it really fast. And I'm just going to use acrylic paint. I'm going to use green and black to make like a really dark green. And you can use any green that you want. It doesn't have to be any particular one, but I'm just going to make it like a really dark hunter green. And I'm just going to slap this on here really fast. Okay, nothing special. Now, what am I using to paint on? I am using a 5x5 wood cradled painting surface. Okay, I get these at blick.com. This is a 5x5 and it is 7/8 inches thick. You can get these in 5x5s, 6x6s, 4x4s, whatever size you want, but it is a perfect size for either shelf sitters, for tier tray decor, for ornaments. They're even, I mean, if you have a big Christmas tree, this is not a bad size for an ornament, and you can use it like you can change it to be like a diamond shape instead of a square shape if you just put the hanger in the corner. So all I'm doing is I'm just slapping on a lot of black and green on here, and that's going to be my base layer. Okay, nothing special, just doing that first. All right, I would like to use gold leaf on bases and paintings. Yes, okay. So I'm putting mine on sides of oyster shells. Oh, that's a great idea. That's going to be so pretty. Oh, like a real oyster shell or a painting of an oyster shell? Yeah, Melanie, I'll wait 3 minutes too. You don't have to wait 30 minutes. Let's see. You like bling. Okay, I have a tee that says I have glitter in my veins and Jesus in my heart. Oh, Miss Cindy, that's so cute. Okay, so hopefully today y'all can see how I'm going to use this. All right, so I'm going to let this dry really fast, and I think I might have a piece of chalk. Let me see if I have a piece of chalk right here. Yes, I do. So I have a piece of white that I'm going to use, and I'm going to draw. Let me see if I can draw this just a little bit more really fast. Okay, one thing you don't do is you don't turn on a blow dryer when you have gold leaf hanging around, because it's really thin, and it's almost like a feather, and it just flies away. So one of my gold leaf sheets just like flew away. Okay, so the link that I put in the descriptions, I don't know if it showed up or not for y'all. I linked it to the gold leaf sheets in my Blick affiliate store. So if you're interested in getting some, I love the way they work. Now, I am going to be using gold leaf, and I'm going to be using a metal leaf adhesive. Now, I have seen people use the gold leaf without using the leaf adhesive. You can use Mod Podge, or you could even just use the wet acrylic paint, just something that attaches to it. But I'm going with the good stuff, okay? I'm using the leaf adhesive. But before I use the leaf adhesive, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw out This is really small, so I'm going to draw out my ornament. Now that's really big. And I'm going to make another ornament that kind of just comes off like that. And then I'm going to make my, now I'm working really small here, so it's probably better to work big. I'm working really small. I'm making my, my chain. And then I'm going to decorate the sides by making some stripes. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. So basically, I'm just sketching out my design. You don't have to do stripes. You could do polka dots, or you could just do solid if you want. You could just do solid gold leaf. I'm going to do stripes because I like all those country things like plaids and stripes. I just love all of that kind of stuff. So, so that's what I'm going for here. Okay, I'm also going to draw a little bit more sketching here. I'm going to draw these stripes. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I have to apply the gold leaf adhesive to the areas only where I want the gold leaf to be. So I'm making myself a guide so that I know exactly where I want my gold leaf to be. Because the adhesive that I'm using is clear. And I've tried using the adhesive. Let me find me a good little paintbrush that I can kind of, now this also cleans off with water. So if you use a paintbrush, I have been able to get the metal leaf adhesive off with water, just some soap and water, and it'll clean your paintbrush off. So it doesn't ruin your paintbrush unless you don't clean it off, you know, immediately, and then it'll probably ruin your paintbrush. So this adhesive is clear. It comes out to be a milky white, but that's not what it ends up being. And it also says on the directions that you should let the glue dry for 30 to 60 minutes. You don't have to let it dry 30 to 60 minutes. It depends on your climate. And if you have a blow dryer, I let mine sit for like 3 or 4 minutes. And it was, what it does is they want it to be like really tacky. So, I mean, you can let it dry for 30 to 60 minutes if you want to. I don't think it would hurt anything. But I'm not going to do that today. Okay, so we're going to put a layer of this adhesive. And anywhere that I know that I want the gold, I am going to paint in with this clear adhesive. Now remember, I've never done this before, so we are going to see how this works. So I am choosing to do the gold leaf before I paint the rest of the painting. And then the rest of the painting is going to be an acrylic painting. I'm sure you could do the gold leaf after you paint all of the acrylic parts and leave the areas where you want the gold leaf. You could just leave those open. And then you could come back and do the gold leaf afterwards. So I just think it would be easier to do it first because I don't know. I just think it would be easier to do it first. Okay, it's not going to be perfect, y'all, but let's see. I'm going to make these. And then I'm going to go. Now, what I love about these is I can hold them with my hand. And I'm going to go on the sides. And every other little mark, I'm going to put some adhesive on there. So where do you get gold leaf? You can get gold leaf. I put the link, Cindy, in the description. You can get it on my affiliate link, blick.com, or you can get it at any of your craft stores that you have. I found it in the section down the aisle where the craft paint was, I think, when I was at Hobby Lobby. It also comes in gold, not only gold sheets, but it comes in gold flakes as well. That is, I've used that before for Kelsey's stuff, and I like the sheets better. The flakes are really hard to manage. So I would suggest you get the sheets. Okay. So I'm doing every other little square. Okay, so we're good. It's already tacky. All right, so all of this glue is tacky. You don't really have to wait 30 to 60 minutes. I mean, I guess you should wait 30 to 60 minutes because that's what the directions say to do on the bottle. But I haven't waited 30 to 60 minutes yet, and it worked. So, okay, I'm going to dry this. All right, gold leaf, don't fly away. Okay, now it's stuck to my fingers. All right. Y'all ready? So now I am going to take a sheet of this gold leaf. Now I have seen people do this. I don't have wax paper at my house right now, so I can't do this, but I'm going to show you what this gold leaf looks like. So it comes in a little container. I actually have, it comes in a little container like this, okay? And this is the fake gold leaf. They actually make like 24 karat gold leaf and all of that. I don't know. It's probably pretty expensive, but this was $8.99 for 25 sheets, just to give you an idea of what we're working with here. So each one of behind each one of these little pieces of paper is a sheet. I've used all of these already, so I've used a bunch of them. Okay, so you can see here, there's another sheet somewhere. Okay, so there's another sheet behind these little pages. Now, I've seen on YouTube, I have not tried it, but it looks like it works. You take a piece of wax paper and you take the shiny part of the wax paper and you stick it on the gold leaf and you just kind of rub it and then you pick it up. And then basically you're using the wax paper as something to hold the gold leaf in a straight sheet, and then you can plop it on whatever adhesive you need. Okay, so the wax paper is just being used as a transfer tool from a flat sheet here to your actual surface that you're putting it on. But I don't have any wax paper, and so I'm using my fingers. And you see how it's sticky. It sticks to my fingers, and it blows away really, really, really easy. And it's easy to tear. It's little bitty papery pieces. So anywhere that I have the adhesive, I'm going to stick these little paper pieces. It does not have to be a solid piece when you stick it on there. It could just be little pieces and you can reuse them. Like, see this right here? I'm going to tear that off and I'm going to stick it where the adhesive is. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, so anywhere I want some gold leaf, I'm going to make sure I stick it. I probably shouldn't be using my fingers. I should probably be using like some tweezers or something like that. But you know, this is, I'm a newbie. I'm a beginner. I don't have all of the special gold leaf tools that I'm supposed to have. So I'm just kind of doing what I think is going to work at the minute. All right. So it just sticks. It sticks on that adhesive and I'm going to layer it. You don't have to let it dry. I'm just going to stick some more. Stick some more. Make sure you get all of the spots covered. And then I have the sides to stick it on too. And then the fun part comes in just a minute. It's very messy. It'd probably be a good idea to do it outside because it's going to start flaking. Let me see. I need another sheet. So let me grab another one. So you can reuse these little extra pieces that are coming off. And it just gives you the golden tone. And I think they even have like silver leaf, if I'm not mistaken. You can get them in different colors. But we wanted the gold. So I have a bunch of gold left over from the projects that I've been doing with her. Okay, so then I'm going to take like kind of like an old paintbrush. It doesn't have to be old, but I'm going to take a paintbrush that just kind of has like a medium consistency. Okay. Is there a right and wrong side? That's a very good question. I don't think so. No, they look about the same. Yeah, they look about the same on both sides. Wind is not a friend to gold leaf. Yes, don't even breathe. Just hold your breath when you're putting it on. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to, now this paintbrush has something on it. Oh no, that's just the chalk. Okay. I'm just going to rub. That's the chalk coming off, y'all. So now your paintbrush does scratch the gold. So it'll make it a little matte if you use, if you use a paintbrush. So just be careful with that. Maybe you shouldn't use a paintbrush. Maybe you should use like a little rag. Let me try a rag or like just a paper towel and see what happens. So I'm just going to scrape off all the excess and it flakes all over the place. But everywhere that there was the adhesive, you're going to have the gold leaf in its spot. So I'm just hardly touching. I'm just kind of scraping it off. And if it didn't cover everywhere, that's okay. You can just go back, put another layer of adhesive, and put it on again. Look how pretty that is already. Sorry about my dog, y'all. I know y'all could hear him. Her. So you see all the little flakes I have down here? Oops, this one I didn't cover all the way. So I'm going to grab some of this old leaf and I'm going to stick it back in here. Even though it's just little pieces, it's okay. It's still going to give you the metallic look. So there's a possibility that some of these little areas will need to be redone if it's not exactly covering the way I want it to. And I would just go back, put a little bit of the adhesive, let it dry for a few minutes, and then, oops, I didn't clear off this one. And then put some more gold leaf on top of it. Okay, so far, this is what I have. Now, I also have a big mess. See, this is why I don't do mixed media, because I don't like all this stuff. I also have a big mess, but that's okay. We're going to clean it up right now by just scraping it all. If you have maybe a Ziploc bag or something, you could put all of this and save it and reuse it. Okay. So we're going to save this because I can reuse it another time. For the moment, I'm just going to stick it right here. Okay. Was the rag better than the brush? So I feel like the brush, you can actually kind of see my brush strokes because the gold is so tricky that, or it's so thin and it's just so thin that you can actually see my brush strokes in it. So I kind of like the rag a little bit better. Maybe a soft cotton, a terry cloth rag or something would probably work better because I was just using a paper towel. So, all right. So it's okay if it's not perfect. And this is probably why I did the gold leaf before I do the acrylic paint, because now I can kind of use my acrylic paint to kind of touch up some things. So now let's get to painting. All right, I'm going to use a filbert brush. I'm going to use some green. And we're going to make this a beautiful painting with a beautiful gold addition to it, metallic addition to it. I'm going to use some 2 different color greens, just like a regular green and then a really a lime green. And I'm going to dip my paintbrush in the water. And I'm just going to start working in just a little bit of fun in the background. Okay, now I don't want to go over my gold leaf area. I'm just going to add a little bit of, like, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this kind of look like there's a tree branch behind the actual ornament. So I'll show you the photo again that I'm using. If I can, that's the photo I'm using. You see how the background kind of looks like maybe there's just a little bit of the Christmas tree branch showing. So that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of making some little shiny areas here and there with a dark green and a light green. So again, just to refresh your memory on what I did with the paint in the background, I started with a really dark green as my base layer, a super dark green. I mixed green and black together, and then I just let that dry. And then now I'm coming back with just some lighter medium tone greens and like a lime green. And I'm just adding a little bit of fun back there. Okay, this is going to be so cute. All right. And then I'm going to clean my paintbrush off. What is the difference between acrylic gold paint versus gold leaf? The pop. Okay, acrylic paint. We tried acrylic paint for what we wanted for my soon-to-be daughter-in-law, and it wasn't shiny enough. So the gold leaf is just much, much more shiny, and it just adds a totally different feel to the to your surface. So that's the only thing. I mean, if y'all have anything to add to that, the adhesive that I'm using is a metal leaf adhesive, but I have seen people use Mod Podge with it. Is that what you call that stuff? Mod Podge. I have some of that too. So just some type of glue, basically. Okay, so I'm going to make this, the rest of this ornament. I'm not using the right brush. I'm going to have to switch it out. I'm going to make the rest of this ornament red. And I'm working around the gold leaf. So yeah, this is going to be super pretty. Super pretty. All right, so I'm going to come down here. And it's okay if you get some of the acrylic paint on top of the gold leaf. You know, you're just gonna see a little bit of it through it, but that's all right. My circle's not perfect either. And then to add the effects, I'm going to make the red on the right side a little bit darker. So I'm adding some black to my red. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. right there. And then the red is, it's almost like a transparent red that I'm using. So it's kind of being absorbed into the painting. And so I might have to put a couple of layers there to make that red pop. I'm blowing my my gold leaf. The little piece I have right here, it's blowing around because I'm talking. Okay, so I'm trying to make the right side be like super bright red, and the left side is going to be a darker red. And then should I do a white stripe? What color should I do the other stripe? Or should I just do, I don't know, let's think about that. Y'all let me know. What do y'all want? I'm going to put some white on my, oh, look how pretty it is already. Do y'all see that? Look at that. I'm going to put some white on my palette. And I'm going to do red in between the gold on the sides. Not anything special, y'all. You know, I like old rustic stuff, so I'm not trying to make it perfect. So I'm going to come on the sides here. Y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just adding the red. Now the red color that I'm using is called, it's from Blick, and it is called Naphthol Crimson. It is my favorite red for Christmas time, and I use it a lot. And I love these little shelf sitters. It's not going to be perfect, but it sure is going to be a beautiful addition to my Christmas tree, because this one's going to go on my Christmas tree. I have a, my Christmas tree is flocked. It's a fake one, and it's like, you know, the flocked tree. Well, one of my Christmas trees. I usually do more than one. But looking good, looking good. What about thin white lines on both sides of the gold line? That is a great idea. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add just a little bit more red, because I'm going to go with, who said that? Deanna. Deanna, I'm going to go with your suggestion. And I'm going to add some more red a little bit further, all the way here. And then I'm going to come back with the white. And then my, the top of, I need to use a different brush. I keep on using the wrong brush. The top of my ornament is not centered. So let me try to center this. It's going to be a silver. You could do it gold if you want, but I'm going to do it silver. And my silver is really gray. I'm just doing black and white. I'm not making it a metallic color. And then just a little bit, I'm going to make a little black line like the hook is going in the tree somewhere. Let's see if we can fix this up just a little bit. We're going to add some white. Now this is just for like glare purposes, like highlights. It's not really a part of the ornament. It's just for highlights. I would take my time and make this more rounded. Right in there. A liner brush would probably be your best bet for what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to just use one brush just because I'm impatient, not because of anything else. I'm using one brush. I'm using like a flat brush that I can actually use the sides as a liner as well. Just kind of making some little glowy areas. And then let's see. I love decorating these. It's like you're decorating, I don't know. It's just fun because it's almost like you're decorating a decoration, you know? Let's see. I have a white paint pen. Let me find it. I have a couple of white paint pens, Posca pens. Let's see what this one looks like. That's a tip. Okay, this is a good tip. So here's a little, let me shake it up a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can maybe make just a bit. Makes it look more vintage. If you use a paint pen, make sure, especially these Posca pens, when you go to get more paint out of the pen, you have to press it down on your surface. Make sure you do that off of your painting, because when you press it down, the paint just comes out really fast and it makes a big blob. Lesson learned the hard way for me. So just want to share that with you. A little bit of fun there. How cute is this? I would almost do more, I don't know, it's just fun. I would almost do more little streaks and stuff. I don't know if I want to put like little highlights on the balls. I don't know if the white would work because the gold is, I don't know if I like that. So this, my friend, is our project today. I think it's super cute. You can, of course, make some little adjustments because it's not perfect. But this is what I do for my Christmas tree. I put a, one of those little O-rings that screw in. You could put a little O-ring at the top of this, and you could put a jute ribbon, or you could do different kind of ribbons, and you can make a pretty bow at the top or something like that. It is just super cute, and I hope y'all enjoyed, because you see how shiny it is. Look how shiny it is. You're not going to get that shine with paint. Okay, so that's the biggest difference. So cute. Miss Robin says, I like the new technique, Wacky Wednesdays. Yes, black around the gold beads. That would be a great idea. I have a black pasta pan too. Let's try that. I think it does need something else. You're probably right on. And even a little, like you could put just a little black like that. Yep, just to give it a little whimsical feel. Now you got to be careful, but it does make a good little push at the end to make it. And you can even do this. You can come right here and you can make some black lines. That looks really good, actually. Trying to get some more ink out. I like that. Just put some quick black lines like that around it. Super cute. I love it. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I really like gold leaf. It's messy, but it's fun, and it gives a big pop to your project. So if you have not tried it, definitely try it. And the gold ribbon would be so pretty. Wouldn't that be so pretty? I just love it. It is so cute. So you can do this with anything. It doesn't have to be an ornament, of course. You can find something that you want to paint that would, if you added the gold leaf to certain spots of the painting, it would really pop. You may even be able to do it. Actually, I tried it on this earlier today and I didn't like the final results, but I have this painting, this acrylic painting that I did, and then I went back and I added gold leaf on top of the painting. But what I did wrong here was I really like the center of the roses. I used the gold leaf there. But what I did wrong here was the adhesive that I added. I did not add it correctly. Oops, sorry y'all. I'm getting a phone call. And that was my son. I'm going to call him back. So I didn't add the adhesive correctly. And because I didn't add the adhesive correctly, it just looks like a big blob instead of some leaves. So you have to be really careful. That's why I drew out my my pictures first, so that I could actually put the adhesive exactly where I wanted it to go. Because if you don't, then your shapes are not going to have the right shapes, if you understand what I'm saying. So, all right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time for New Technique Wednesday. Y'all have a great week. Bye.